You are tuned into the video game pharmacy.
Yo, what is up, you guys? Welcome to a new episode of VGRx, your weekly dose of video game news, knowledge, or know-how.
Hi. Are we supposed to say something?
Yeah, it's the same word.
Wow.
I think you should cut that.
That was
The
breathtaking.
beginning part
No, that
of the podcast. I don't think people.
No, you're breathtaking.
all of it is staying in.
That was
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the podcast that will never die.
I don't think you can say weekly dose anymore.
Oh,
though.
sorry. Your dose of video game news, knowledge, or
It's been
know-how.
a second.
It has been a very long.
Feels like only yesterday.
It's been at least 3 months.
Okay. Check your calendar, but we'll go with that for now.
Okay, maybe 2 months?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds more like it.
Well, you guys are in for a treat because we're back for your earhole listening pleasure.
Who are we?
We're people.
But people
We're-
don't know us because
we're-
it's been so long.
We're three dudes that normally sit
Mhm.
in a studio, but instead we're sitting in my bedroom.
Yep. Back to our roots.
Yes.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Back to our...
And we started in the bedroom. We're back. Wait,
Oh,
this is.
it
I can't
started
even
in the
finish
bedroom, now we're
sentence.
here.
This is not a good
Hey.
idea. Abort mission.
It has come full circle.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys don't know, for you listening, we are three dudes named Brittin, Zach, and Scott. I'm Brittin.
Try again.
That's Scott. And this one over here is Zach.
Hello, hello.
The
He
goal
sta-
is to confuse everyone
He
as much
stays
as
the
possible.
same the whole time. We used to have a podcast called VGRx, or Video Game Pharmacy, your weekly dose of video game news,
That's it.
and we stopped it because
life.
life.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was kind of in like the height of the vid, if you will.
What do you mean by
So,
that?
The vid?
The vid?
Yeah.
Height of the vid?
Yeah. So, like, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be the height,
the
but
thing that changed the whole world.
yeah, you know, just what we've all been living under a
I
rock. for.
seriously didn't know what you were talking about. Now
Wow,
I do.
you
Okay,
serious?
go on.
You
go on.
serious?
There we
Yeah.
go.
Oh my!
I'm
Lord.
slow.
The new slow one.
Yeah.
Hey.
right.
So we pretty much stopped because life kind of happened, and
We moved to new places.
we moved.
The place we recorded has obviously
Is-
changed, as you
Yeah.
can probably
I think
tell.
These kind of things plague a lot of podcasters because we
Yeah.
all kind of do this on the side for the love of the pod. So,
Yep.
Very true.
Yes.
The biggest thing is coordinating weekly. People with different lives, different schedules, getting together.
One that lives over a bridge. The other one lives 45 minutes
Under the
away.
bridge.
under a bridge.
Yeah.
And I'm just here.
Yeah.
I've almost died at least twice.
Thanks for letting us come to your place.
Yeah, no problem. Welcome.
And
This
do
is
that.
my humble
I'm
abode.
glad that you're alive.
Thanks, man.
Me
I
too.
appreciate it. I'll tell you eventually what we do here.
Yeah,
if
get
I
to
could get to the words. We record a podcast about video games.
Mhm.
And what we do with those video games is talk about them.
Yep, that's true.
Us three.
And believe it or not, it may not sound like it, but this is what, episode 115. We've done this a few times.
I have no.
We are. Bear with us. We're gonna have to get our bearings again because it's been a second.
Yeah.
But
if you-
we'll find our way. We'll
if you
find our way
guys
back
hear-
onto the path.
If you hear an annoying buzzing, just know it's intentional.
It's growing pains.
It's
They're never coming back if you tell them that.
They'll never have to know.
Oh, okay.
No one's gonna listen to this.
You're a good editor.
This
Oh,
is-
and no one's listening. There's that too.
Ooh,
Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
The only ones who's listening is shout out to Brooksy.
Oh, what a guy.
Shout
Yeah.
out to Kevin
Mm-hmm.
and maybe Lyndon.
I'll try.
Probably
No
not.
promises.
Okay, so at least two. There's
Yeah.
at least two.
I'll tell my
people.
mom too.
Okay, three.
Longtime fan.
My mom also
See?
watches.
Of course. That's awesome.
Wow,
There we
Zach.
go.
Aren't moms the
Perfect.
coolest?
I don't have anybody. I'm alone. So.
Oh,
You have us, man.
Oof.
And apparently you always will.
Yikes. Big oof. Okay, so hey, let's kind of catch up, honestly,
Okay.
because not only are we catching up on a podcast, but we're also catching up in real life.
Mhm.
Because I don't know what you guys.
We
have
don't
been
get
doing.
together a whole lot,
No.
unfortunately.
No.
We're hoping to remedy that with this endeavor.
No.
So.
Yes.
I don't ever want to hang out with you guys again.
Well, that's rude.
Sorry, I can't spell doc. Hang on. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I had to find it.
Prepared but not prepared.
We're always not prepared.
Always not prepared.
Oh, that's wait. Oh, no, that's the wrong one.
We just came up with like multiple new podcast names over the bridge, under the bridge.
Yep.
Always not
Yep.
prepared.
Love it. Which title are you gonna pick from this time when you
I already
upload?
know.
Okay, perfect.
Well, hey, let's talk about what we've been doing. Or what's been going on. Well, I guess we kind of did talk about what's going on. What
little
we've been
bit.
doing.
Well, we
little bit.
talked about what's been going on with the world and kind of
That's
why
fair.
we've not been here.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
But
what
we
have you been
haven't
doing?
talked about ourselves.
Yeah.
though. So
Zach-
Scott, if you
No,
wanna,
Zach.
you want me to start?
Please.
Um,
Your life is way more interesting than ours.
The very last episode that we posted, you gave a very lovely shout out, heartwarming shout out to me because I was gone doing military stuff. But I
Oh, yeah. I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
That was sweet.
and that was very sweet. But I am back now and I guess working and doing military stuff and playing video games in my off time.
Yeah.
And then we're back doing our creative pursuit of podcasting, which
Yeah.
I'm very happy about.
You gotta have an outlet like this
Yeah.
for sure.
There always has to be 3 guys strapped in a bedroom talking about nothing.
Whoa.
Sorry.
It's not how I
We're-
really perceive the situation.
We're not
but
syndicated anymore. We can say whatever we want.
No, PG.
Okay, sorry.
PG. Maybe PG-13. I don't think you could manage PG, so we'll
Maybe-
go PG-13.
Maybe one, but
Okay, sure, I guess. Just this
that felt
once.
really
Now that it's
good.
out of your system,
hey,
we
Brittin,
can move on with the show.
what-
Hey,
what have you been doing?
you know what's going to happen if you ask me what I've been up to.
Hey, what have
You're gonna
you
hear
been
about boring dad stuff.
I want to hear about it.
That's
Can
not what people are
we,
here
can we talk
for.
about stocks and insurance?
Even more boring. I was just telling Zach a little while ago I was pressure washing my driveway
My
yesterday.
man.
I'm so
Doing
excited for that.
the most epitome of boring dad stuff that you could possibly do. And then I was up on my roof treating it for moss and stuff like that. No, I still find lots of time to play video games. So
Yeah.
this is still a passion of mine.
What games do you play?
Are we going there already? Or
Oh,
no?
sorry. Yeah,
We haven't
we'll
even,
wait. Hang
we
on.
haven't even established that this is a video game
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
yet. I don't
Hey guys,
think
we
so.
talk about video game
We'll get
stuff.
there.
I don't know if you could tell by the title VGRx Video Game Pharmacy,
Yeah.
but you know, here
That's
we
what
are.
it is.
Here
Yeah.
we are.
Well, let's catch up with you too,
Yeah.
and then maybe we can start talking about some video game
Cool.
stuff.
So I'm 28 years old. I am single. I mean divorced. I mean dating. I mean looking.
Who is this guy?
Honestly, nothing much. Just been playing video games. I did start a business.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
This is
Right.
this is interesting and
I
exciting.
did start a business, so it's nothing crazy. I literally just do basic resale stuff,
Mhm.
but it has empowered me to buy more video games.
Okay.
That's great. No, it's super relevant.
So
I love it.
my collection has grown tenfold.
So you're hitting up the Goodwills and
Yeah.
thrift stores and finding gems that people overlook.
Garbage, if you will.
No, obviously not. If people
No,
are
yeah.
willing to pay you for it,
People buy it.
that's awesome.
You
Have
idiots.
you seen this
I mean,
thing
what?
on YouTube where people buy pallets of returned merchandise from
Yes.
big retailers
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
and then resell that?
They there's a store down the road called Daily Hot Deals,
Okay.
and that's literally their
That's what
whole
they do.
MO.
Huh.
Is they buy pallets of items from Amazon,
Yep.
and every single day it goes. So Fridays when they open, Thursdays they're closed. Friday is $12 for
Okay.
everything,
Huh.
and then Saturdays is $8, and then it slowly starts getting less and less and less.
Oh, that's so
So
funny.
it's literally a business.
Everything must go every week, basically.
every single week.
That's fun.
And I almost died, so that was cool. Got in a
Ah.
really bad car
you want to
accident.
talk about that? You don't have to.
No, it's fine. It's,
Relive painful memories.
I only have PTSD about it.
Yeah.
We're just happy you're here, Scott.
Thanks,
Yep.
man. I
That's all.
appreciate that.
Unscathed.
And yeah, just working
Okay,
at
cool.
the costs.
We'll just leave it at that because
That's
you
all I'm
can't.
gonna
You're
say.
not allowed to
That's
say.
all we're gonna say.
Yeah.
That could mean any
Yeah,
number
exactly.
of things. That's perfect.
You guys can figure that out. Well, hey, let's talk about what we've been playing.
Yeah, that's a fun idea.
That's not Spelunky or Zelda 2.
I gotta go. You got my number, man. It's been a couple years. But
I know.
You remember all my deep cuts.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know where
I
it
know.
hit me. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've been playing other stuff too.
Do you
want to
know? Do you want to know what I know you've been playing?
What?
Goo Goo Dolls.
You couldn't even wait till like halfway through the
Could
show.
not wait. I was
hit
wait-
The old jokes, if you have listened to our before episodes, you know there are some inside jokes here that won't quite ring with you, but it's okay.
Well,
So-
and I don't even know where they started. to be
Real,
honest with
real.
you,
I
so
don't know where.
That's,
it's-
that's the best part.
here's the funny bit, right? So you had your birthday.
Mhm.
It was a surprise party.
Mhm.
I went. I thought about it on my way there. I was like, dang it! I should have gotten you like a Goo Goo Dolls like CD.
I already have them all. What was the point? Of
Well,
that?
I know, but it would have been hilarious.
It would be super
It would
funny.
have been funny for the
Yeah.
two of us and no one else.
Yeah, totally. And that's all
Um,
that matters.
Exactly.
Yeah, we could have
Well,
had
hey,
a moment.
What have you been playing, buddy?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I just played through and completed, which I don't do with a lot of games these days, Metroid Prime Remaster.
Oh.
And it was fantastic.
Okay.
I loved reliving that whole experience all over again.
Yeah.
Such an atmospheric, immersive game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just gorgeous. It's the remake is absolutely gorgeous. They did some wonderful things with it. You know, Nintendo could have easily slapped it was $40. They could have slapped a $40 price tag on just a basic reskin up-res and throw it out there, and I would have bought it, obviously. We were all hoping for like a full trilogy remaster, and you know, you get all three of them for $60 or something like that.
You don't need
But
three.
even just a basic re-release, I would have bought it, obviously. But they didn't. They went above and beyond. I think the original, not the original team, but Retro Studios, the studio that made the Metroid Prime trilogy, remastered it, and from the ground up, they rebuilt the thing. Everything just looks stunning. Everywhere you go, there's some light reflecting off a surface. There's just dust specks floating through the air. And you don't really expect that level of detail from Switch stuff, you know?
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff you're seeing in the more modern cutting-edge games. But it's cool to see somebody taking that level of attention to detail for a Switch port.
Okay.
And have you guys played it? Have you guys ever played Metroid Prime in the past?
Played Metroid Prime.
It's
Ever.
about the best specimen of one of the most beloved genres there is. Like, Metroidvanias are a genre at this point, have been for a long time, but it doesn't get much better than this one, despite the fact that it's in 3D.
It had nothing to do with Metroid Prime.
What do you mean?
Metrovanias had nothing to do with Metroid Prime.
But it came along like way after the genre was established, and it took it into 3D, which not many. I can't think of too many examples of 3D iterations of that formula that work really well. But this is first try, they knocked it out of the park, and it holds up really well, even by today's standards. So
Nice.
highly recommend that to people.
Cool.
I also borrowed Live Alive from a buddy at work.
Oh,
Are you guys familiar with this game?
Yeah.
So it's a mid-90s.
Zach's really into it. I can tell.
I don't know. Have you ever heard of it, Zach?
I'm drawing a blank.
Okay.
unfortunately, I think on
So
that
it's
one.
a mid-90s JRPG developed by Square Enix, and they just localized it for the first time ever. So it only came out in Japan previously, maybe Europe, I don't know, but it's never been localized, never been released in the U.S. Zach, you played Octopath Traveler,
Yes, I
right?
have, yeah.
Okay, so it's very much in that same vein. There's 8 separate stories. It's in that same Neo 16-bit art style, and you're playing through the stories of these different characters. And I haven't gotten that far, but I imagine at some point they're all going to weave together and tell a greater story. Now, with Octopath Traveler, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was all kind of set in the same time period.
Yes, it was.
They're
yeah.
in the same world, basically.
Yes,
So this is, I don't know if it's the same world. I can't tell yet, but these are very different time periods. Like one of the stories you play through is a Western. It's a straight up Western through and through. There's futuristic ones. There's distant past, caveman stuff. So a lot of different interesting storytelling going on. I'm anxious to see how it all weaves together.
How's
But
the soundtrack in it? Because in Octopath, that's one of the standouts for me.
Oh,
What's
yes.
The soundtrack?
It seems good. It's not really like remarkable to the point where it's catching my attention, but it's
Okay.
I mean it's totally serviceable. The voice acting is actually stellar though, which is cool because along with it being localized for the first time, they recorded voice tracks for all the characters.
Oh, that's great.
And yeah, you can imagine like in a Western, you get like the grizzled voices and stuff like that. So they really did due diligence and tried to match voice actors to the right time periods and the right characters. So
They really brought Arthur over, huh?
Arthur Morgan, love that man. Never finished that
Great.
game. I
Was-
never got through Red Dead 2.
I was gonna say, is that a Red Dead reference?
It
No,
sure
I
is.
won't.
It sure is. Of all the people, you're the guy that's all uptight about recording, and then you throw your
That-
phone
I'm
on the ground. I'm just kidding.
I have no desks to hide.
We
behind
appreciate that you're uptight about recordings. That's how we get
Ugh.
quality products out
anymore.
there.
It only took 2 hours to get it figured out.
That's okay.
Scott,
That's
we're
okay.
very proud of
Growing
you.
pains.
Thanks.
Thanks for putting this together.
We
for
do
us.
appreciate it.
I'm sorry it's late. I know that you have a family. I
It's okay.
guess.
That's all right.
Um,
Allegedly.
Yeah, and Zach's here, so.
Yep.
I don't have anywhere better to be, so
Yeah.
Love
you know,
This is
you
perfect.
know where my priorities lay.
He's like, play games, hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
Hey
Yeah.
Zach, What
Get
have you
over
been
here,
playing?
buddy.
Oh man, I finally transitioned
Oh,
to PC.
thanks for coming out.
PC.
Oh,
gaming.
sorry.
Will you just stop it?
Sorry. I couldn't help myself. PC
I
gaming.
finally transitioned to
Hmm.
PC gaming, which I'm very happy about. I haven't touched my PlayStation in years,
Dang.
thankfully. But I've been playing a little bit of kind of like everything. My greatest sin so far, though, is I've been addicted to American Truck Simulator.
Yes. It's
So,
such a good game.
It is very good. If you are actually listening to this, then you might laugh. You're like, why could that be so good? I don't know. It just is. I've had some friends who said, hey, purchase this game for like $5 and let's play it. And I was like, okay. And then now I'm like 160 hours into it.
Is it what it sounds like?
Yeah, it's literally what it sounds like. And I started out, and as you guys might know, we live in the Northwest. So I started out in Seattle, and I was driving through, and I was literally started losing my mind because there's so many like significant things in this game that you see. And you're just like, wow, I know this place in real life, and I'm driving through it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Interesting.
I actually also have the Seattle DLC for that
That's
game
funny.
too.
Like, how accurate are we talking?
It's
You can drive past the dome
yeah.
Okay.
as you're heading south,
Yeah.
Okay.
if you understand that reference.
Yeah.
It's pretty like it's funny, right? Because you know how like when you drive and you drive a long distance
Mhm.
and your brain like cuts out bits of it and you just remember like driving past Seattle and then
Mhm.
getting to Everett and things like that.
Yep.
That's what it does.
Okay.
So like it'll give you the big cities and then it'll give
Landmarks.
you like road and then you'll just blank out and then you'll be in the next city.
Which is probably how truckers are feeling on the road
Yeah,
too.
because, you know,
they're on autopilot.
they're not gonna
probably,
make
right?
an actual accurate depiction.
Of course
you can't
not.
make
Yeah.
it one by one or
Yeah.
anything like that. That'd be
You
insane.
can't or you
actually
won't.
driving for days.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But American Truck Simulator, I bought all the DLC. I
They released a ton of DLC
I-
for those
I-
games,
I absolutely love it.
huh? Wow.
But it is really good. I've been playing that, and then obviously Valorant, Overwatch 2. Unfortunately, has stolen some of my time. Some Counter-Strike, and a bunch of other things, but variation, everything. But
That-
I'm absolutely loving
You've been
it.
gaming hard, man.
Wow.
I'm glad to
and,
hear that.
I cannot forget Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd bring that up.
What's the Jedi Fallen Order?
Yeah.
And I tried The Witcher 3.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's about it.
Eh.
You finishing any of this stuff, or kind of just like dipping your toes in a whole bunch of different games?
I finished Hogwarts Legacy in, I think, 48 hours.
Did you
I
really?
think. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Cool. I played
Yeah.
about 4 hours of it, and I loved what I played.
It's fantastic.
But I just got sidetracked by something.
great.
One of
Metroid
my
Prime?
daughters is playing a ton of Hogwarts Legacy, though. She's way further than I am, and she's just having a blast. Every time I look at her playing, though, she's in like a field with a bunch of little pets running around. There's some kind of like pet collection / breeding thing in the game.
There is.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's very in depth, and you can do a lot with it.
Mhm.
It's not really my like forte in the game. I just got into it, and I explored like every like nook and cranny. And I was like, this is it. This is the world
Yeah.
that I like wanted to be in. And you can explore it, and the level of detail, and you can just I got sucked in.
That's definitely what I was most impressed with that game. Like, you don't see certain areas of the castle in the movies and even described in the books, but they're fully fleshed out in this game.
Absolutely.
Like, you can wander around all the greenhouses, and they're multi-leveled, and they're huge and impressive. And just parts of the castle that you kind of had to fill in blanks in your mind, you can walk around and explore now. And I don't know if they collaborated with source material, like with J.K. Rowling or whatever else when they designed this stuff, or if they just filled in the blanks artistically on their own. But it feels all very genuine and accurate to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. And there's so many secrets and little passageways that just leave so much to explore.
Yeah,
It's fantastic.
it's super cool. Did you play that at all, Scotty?
No.
No, any interest whatsoever?
None.
Do you not like Harry Potter much?
I loved Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
I think you would like it.
I've
It's
had
Wizard
zero-
Sim, man.
zero interest in the game.
Yeah, interesting. Can you
Yeah.
describe why? I'm just curious.
Just no desire.
Just not interested.
Yeah,
That's
just not
fine.
interested at all.
You're
I
allowed.
like looked up a little gameplay of it. I was like, eh.
Yeah.
I saw someone exploding a cat,
Okay.
but that was cool.
I'll be honest, when I got out to the open world is kind of where I started to taper off a little bit, because at that point when you leave the castle, it does start to feel like kind of a typical open world game, and there's just so many of them. And maybe that's not fair because I haven't seen a ton of the area outside the castle. I've been to Hogsmeade and stuff like that, but There's just a lot of open world games, and I don't know. You can speak to this, obviously, if it does things to distinguish itself from other open world games.
I mean, I would say yes in that sense. You can go basically everywhere right off the bat, but I feel like all the different areas, even as you start to further out from Hogsmeade, it gets super unique.
Oh, okay.
And super, I don't know how to describe it, but they put a lot of detail even to like the outer boundaries of like, the
Okay.
area you can explore. So
All right. That's good.
totally worthwhile, I think.
I'll get back to it for sure.
Mm.
It's a cool game.
I won't.
No?
No.
You mentioned that.
No desire.
That's
no,
okay.
No desire.
No pressure,
I
man.
timed it with like my vacation as well. So the first
I love
like
that.
4 day or 2 days, 3 or 4 days of my vacation I spent just beating the game.
So that 48 hours was just in that 2 day. I love
Yeah,
it. Attaboy.
straight.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
buy you
gotta do
games on
that.
Steam.
No, please don't.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm gonna do
it.
it.
What?
I'll feel
I'm
like
gonna buy him games on Steam.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Now he plays PC.
Then he'll feel obligated to play them.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey,
Wanna know what I've been playing?
tell us, man.
Oh
What have you
my
been playing?
goodness.
I've been thinking about it. Ugh. I fell in love with Persona 5. Royal.
What?
So good.
It's so random.
I never played any other Persona game before in my life, and I was just like, like I had a couple friends suggest it to me. One person just hard sold it to me. They were just like, you need to play this game, like this and this and this, like this is why you'd love it. And it was on sale, and I was like, you know what? Like, I know it's good. I know it was up for Game of the Year. I know it's got a great soundtrack, and holy crap, bro.
You love it.
I fell in love with
Okay.
that game.
How many hours
So
are we talking
good.
at this point?
Let me open my
Oh,
Steam real fast.
we have access to that
Yeah,
information.
give me 1 second here.
Have you beat it?
Everything's just going to fall apart now that I'm
Oh
opening
no!
Steam.
Yeah, you're not supposed to touch anything. Remember?
I know, my bad.
Come on now.
Wait, what'd you say?
Have you beat it?
Yes.
Finished the main.
I've already started New Game Plus.
Oh, okay.
I think I had like 96 hours into it. That's
Holy
Strikers.
moly.
Don't look at
That's a JRPG for you.
96. Yeah, 96 hours.
Nailed
That was
it.
Exact.
Nailed
Right
it.
on.
Yeah, 96 hours. I've already started New Game Plus. I want to rebeat this game and 100% it. I love it.
There's something special. I played 3 and 4, not to completion, but
Uh-huh.
they have a very unique setup. It's like JRPG by night and High School Simulator by day kind of thing.
but
right?
that's half the fun.
Okay.
Like they even have an anime for it.
Mm-hmm.
There's more characters in this game than there is in the anime, and the anime is really good. I
Okay.
know like the game has some anime scenes in it, but the show is also really good as well. But yeah, dude, I deep dove into this game and it sucked me right in.
I love it when that happens.
And you should play it.
Yeah?
Because it's on Switch.
Hey, I haven't even played Xenoblade Chronicles 3 yet.
Don't worry.
I'm behind on RPGs, to be honest with you.
Look, I can't even rag too hard on it because
Uh-huh.
remember when I ragged on Xenoblade Chronicles 2
Yeah.
super hard? I was like,
You
I hate
did.
this game. Xenoblade 1 is way better.
Uh-huh.
And then 200 hours later,
I love it. One's still your favorite, though, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But 2 has a special place in my heart.
Definitely.
The gameplay is a lot of fun. 3, maybe it's just because I haven't gotten to the point where it's really cool yet.
Mhm.
I've only really turned into a mech once.
Okay.
But
Didn't even know
that's
that
it.
was a thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of is.
Hey,
Hey.
would you say you're really feeling it by any chance?
Oh, I'm really feeling
That's
it.
That's what I was hoping for.
So yeah, Persona 5, highly
Okay.
recommend.
Cool.
I know it's
And you're
not-
right, it is on Switch. I have no excuse. But
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
What?
I've played 3 and 4, and I don't know. You haven't played the others, so you can't tell me what makes 5 special.
They're not
maybe.
as chibi.
No,
I'll tell you
okay.
that.
All right. Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know. I'm a sucker for a good story, and the
Yeah.
story was really good.
Cool.
So
Cool.
you know me,
All right.
which is weird. I love story, and I know like Harry Potter has good story in it. But
yeah, I
no,
wouldn't
it's
say
just-
that's like the theme of the game, though.
Yeah.
It's more about immersing yourself in that world, right?
Yeah,
But
for
I've
sure.
played 4 hours, so I can't really say.
Only 4?
Yeah.
What are you
that's
playing
it
it on, by the way?
PS5.
Oh yeah, you have one of those.
I
don't
do
you?
have a PS5.
Wow.
Just never use it.
Yeah.
No, I do occasionally.
Dude, those things are more available than ever now.
They are. Yeah, let's talk about that. That's
Oh, wow.
interesting. That we're finally starting to see them in stores, which hasn't been the case. What, for the 2 years since it came out?
3.
It's not 3 already.
3.
Seriously, it came out in 2020
Yeah.
or 20. Yeah,
I'll
two
do-
and
I'll
two and a
check.
half. I think
want
you're
to
right.
check? I'll
I think
check.
you're right.
I'm gonna check.
Anyway.
You know, that balance between new generation consoles and
Mhm.
PC and how that has shifted, because I remember back in the day, console used to come out. You can just go get one. Everybody has one, right?
Yep.
We're all losing our mind over it. It's like, okay, well, you can just go out and get it, or you can take the time to try and source a PC.
Right.
Well, now you can't, or used to not be able to get a console, and now it's just easier. You can just go get a PC.
That's true.
You know, it's just
Yeah,
the
there
balance
were
has
there were
changed.
like video card bottlenecks and stuff for a little while, but not so much that you couldn't build a PC if you wanted to build a PC.
Yeah.
Right?
It did release in 2020, November
did.
12th. So
Yeah,
a little late
over
in the
2
year,
years.
but yes,
Okay.
2020.
Yeah, and it's kind of crazy that it was so hard to find them for such a long time.
I know.
But also interesting is that it hasn't really translated into big sales numbers.
no,
I think they're sitting at about 30, 35 million, something like that,
you want to look
over
it
the
up?
course of 2.5 years.
Yeah, I got my.
I'm
computer
pretty
right
confident
Here.
in my numbers.
What about the Switch? How many
Yeah.
of those are sold?
Do you want to know?
Yeah,
130 million.
insane.
It's nuts, and it's been on the market for 2-3 years longer than that. But still, can you imagine in another 3 years, PS5 hitting those numbers? I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem likely.
It won't.
And then the Xbox. What's the current Xbox called? Xbox
Series X,
Series X
which
is lagging even further behind.
which
in
has
sales,
the problem the Wii U did, by the way.
which is what.
The Xbox Series X
Uh-huh.
is like, it just sounds like an extra peripheral. For
That's
like, the
true.
Xbox One.
It's bad marketing
Yeah.
for sure.
It's like, why not call it the Xbox? I was literally about to say Xbox 360
Yeah.
until I realized
yeah,
that.
don't make that mistake.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
When
I-
did they pull the card of just calling it the Xbox?
Again,
Well,
it was already called the.
that's the original Xbox.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah, you could. I don't know. Once every 10 years, you can pull that off. Maybe 20 years, something like that.
And you know what's funny? Like an odd pet peeve of mine now is because we all see like videos of people playing games, obviously.
Mhm.
But one of the things and it might symbolize my switch to PC is I can't stand the sound of people playing on a controller.
Oh, okay. Yeah, some of those buttons can be pretty clacky. That's true.
It really bothers me.
So the thumbsticks snapping back to center position. Yeah.
The combined total of the X and S, by
Uh-huh.
the way, which is stupid,
Yeah.
is 18.5 million.
Rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
It means that
Because that
video
that's been
games suck.
that's been on the market for about the same amount of time, I think.
Yeah.
A little over 2 years.
Yeah.
So
Isn't
I
that
don't know.
crazy?
Yeah.
Aren't
I
you
don't
learning
know if we
something
need to
new?
be worried about the future of video games, but then at the same
not
time,
not for Nintendo.
you have
They're fine.
I know, obviously. At the same time, you have Microsoft and Sony too. I think buying up massive game development studios.
Yeah.
What's the most recent major acquisition? Didn't Microsoft just buy or is about to buy Activision Blizzard? Something like
Oh
that.
yeah, I heard about that. I don't.
Yeah,
think
I
they
don't know
were
if it's finalized yet.
No, I'm pretty sure they didn't
But
do it.
they just buy up studios right and left, and
Yeah,
they're
look at
investing. They're investing so much money into this, and is it going to pay off if the console and the sales numbers don't come up? You also have Sony about to drop PSVR 2, so you're going to sell.
What do you mean drop? Like get rid of it?
No,
Oh.
release it.
Oh,
Drop it into the market.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to release a very expensive peripheral to a potential audience of maybe 30 million, and only a fraction of them is actually going to buy the thing.
Yeah.
It seems like they're making a lot of very strange decisions.
But if you think about like the streamlining of VR and the technology probably gets cheaper and cheaper.
Right.
But basically, PlayStation, Xbox buying these studios and these game development companies, essentially their insurance in the system.
Yeah.
Is like as long as they have these, they can ensure that they can make the games. The technology side is probably the easier portion for them.
Fair, yeah. The rough part for gamers, though, unfortunately, is then you get a lot of exclusivity. And if you typically just buy one console or you're loyal to a brand or something like that, you're not going to get to play some of these games.
True.
And
Can you imagine, like, Call of Duty only coming to Microsoft platforms? I don't know exactly what their plans are for a franchise like that if the deal goes through, but I think they've already said prior to that they purchased Bethesda, and that encompasses, Elder Scrolls, Fallout, id games, so your Dooms and stuff like that. And if that all got tied up exclusively to a platform with a 20 million install base, it seems like they're doing gamers in general a disservice with the exclusivity.
I mean, but I think that's it's probably one of the secondary things they actually care about because one of the I think significant trends you notice over the past couple years is the hike in price in standard video games going from $60 to $70
Yep,
for a lot of major titles.
that's
Yeah,
true.
That's a big oof.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the things that I refuse to bend to is the price.
What's
hike.
your solution? You're playing on PC for one. and
Yeah, it's
you're
like one, you can find deals, I think, more steadily on PC. There's more
Yeah.
storefronts,
That's true.
which
Yeah.
has also been an issue as well. But
I don't know, but I mean, inflation affects everything. Is 60 to 70 for the first time in like a 20-year period? Is that really outrageous or unreasonable? I know for a fact development costs have gone up for these studios, right? And just paying their employees is more expensive than it's ever been.
But they're still making billions, right? They're still making billions.
Not all. But that's why indie games, I feel like, are taking over, right?
In a lot,
Yeah.
for a lot of people,
Because people don't want to pay
Indies
that
the
premium
go-to.
anymore.
Yeah.
Why pay a premium for a game that's stuck on one console
Yeah,
when you can play an indie game for half the price?
I think
on multiple?
Hogwarts Legacy was my first $70 game,
Wow.
and it didn't feel great.
I don't think I've bought one yet. Did
Yeah?
you buy it digitally?
I did actually.
Wow.
Weird, right?
See, that's been my complaint forever, and you
Mhm.
know that it has been.
What?
Is if you buy something digitally, why should you have to pay the same premium as a disc-based game?
Yeah, there should be some kind of discount.
Yeah,
but
exactly. Like, shouldn't they incentivize you to buy it digitally?
You'd think, right? I'm not sure what the hang up is there. Like, are they concerned about cutting retailers out of the equation?
Why? They're
Because
garbage
they have
anyway.
a long history and long-standing relationship with them. I
GameStop
don't
is
really know.
trash, bro.
Who are you?
Yeah.
You used to be the biggest GameStop fanboy.
I love
know.
GameStop, especially when
Still?
they made me so much money. No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay,
I'm
got
joking.
it.
No,
Got it.
look, okay, I've never really liked GameStop.
Okay.
I've always kind of hated them.
Yeah.
But it was the only place to get anything.
Fine. Yeah.
So,
okay.
you know, like, what am I going to do? I honestly, like, I haven't bought a game physically in a long time.
Okay.
Unless it's like a collector's edition that I just want to keep sealed anyway.
Okay.
Like, I bought Metroid Prime. I have it.
Got it.
But it's sealed, and it's going to stay sealed.
Yeah.
Because do I need to play it? No, because I have the original on my GameCube.
Oh, the remake's so good. Though.
Yeah, it's my GameCube sitting right behind you.
I
actually.
love it. Nice.
Yeah,
You
I
got a
think
cool
I'm mostly
collection.
going to GameStops for like nostalgia purposes.
you go in, you feel like you're in a Toys R Us now.
There's a lot of merch. It's like maybe 30% video games and 70% merchandise
Like,
related to video
I
games.
can't give a lot of flack to the employees, right? Because they have to work with what they're given, which
Mhm.
isn't a lot in GameStop's case. But for an example, right, I have Metroid Prime. I actually pre-ordered a copy from somewhere else. They were supposed to call me and tell me that it came in, and they never did.
They
So,
still do that?
Yes.
Actually get on the phone and call people and
Yes,
say your
there's some-
pre-order's ready, come get it?
They literally tell you that when you pre-order it. They're
Wow.
like, "We'll call you when it comes in."
I'm just
right?
surprised that hasn't been modernized in some way, like
That's-
an app where they
yeah,
notify
which-
you with a...
That's fine with me.
Yeah,
but
okay.
here's the problem: is that they lie to your face about it, right?
Uh-huh.
So I went into GameStop and I was like, "Hey, I pre-ordered Metroid Prime. Can I get this game?" And they're like, "No, we sold out." I was like, "But I pre-ordered one, and you guys were supposed to call me." "Oh, well, the phone number that you gave us said it was disconnected." I was like, "Oh, the phone number that you just typed in to look up my account?
Yeah.
That phone number?"
We
The
can
one-
get a hold of you, so we sold it to our buddy.
and
down the
then
street.
yeah, and then I literally, like, I felt kind of bad because, like, she was trying to be nice. She was like, "Yeah, I called like 3 or 4 times." I turned to my sister. I go, "Hey, call me right now."
Mhm.
I was like, "Let's put in that phone number to see where it goes."
Oh, man.
I kind of felt like
A little passive aggressive.
a little passive aggressive,
It's all
but
right.
I was a little frustrated.
I could see that.
You know, I already had the game, so that wasn't the issue. I was trying to prove a point.
Yeah.
That it's like, you didn't try. I know you didn't try, and if you did, you messed up my number 3 times.
Yeah.
So
All right. Enough harping on GameStop.
I'm sorry.
I thought you were going to say, I love them. I still go there every week. I
No.
got buddies down there.
No,
I
you want
wouldn't
to know?
I
Where
wouldn't have brought it up.
you
I'm
want to know
sorry.
where I get my amiibos?
Where?
I get my amiibos from my friend who works at
Wait,
Nintendo.
what's an amiibo?
Anyway,
They still
what's the
make
next
those?
thing we want
What's
to
an
talk about,
amiibo?
Zach?
What's an amiibo?
You know, one thing you said though about indie development, indie games though, is the fact that yes, they are cheaper, but even when the indie games start saying, you know, they're $45, $50, $55, but it's a well-made indie game,
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to pay that
Can you
price.
give me an example of a $50 indie game? I can't really think of any.
I mean, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there are small studios
Yeah.
that are charging that for a game. Like, I would say, let's take Squad back in the day. I don't think it was $60. I don't know
Okay.
if it still is. But Squad, made by a smaller studio, based off a mod back
Mhm.
in the day, but a smaller game made by a smaller studio, maybe now they're bigger.
Yeah.
but I paid for it, and it's a great experience, a great, and it is totally worthwhile.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
There's no way that I will cave and pay $70 for a video game. I will not do it.
Not even for The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I mentioned that because it's Nintendo's first $70 game
Look,
ever.
if
And, well, I guess SNES had some weird, very expensive JRPGs and stuff back in the day, but in modern history, this is the first time they're doing the $70 thing, and it feels weird.
I'm fine with paying $79.99 if it's like a special edition or something like that.
Yeah, no.
If I'm paying the premium for something else,
Mhm.
Exactly.
not just for the game.
Yeah, I think that's maybe a bitter pill to swallow, but you guys are gonna have to swallow it because that is just
No, I
the
don't.
new, that's
I
just
won't.
the new
I'll be
price
waiting
of
on
games.
Steam.
I won't do it. I will not.
Well, any big release day one is going to cost the same on Steam as it costs on consoles. So, unless you're just willing to sit out new releases for a little bit until they get cheaper, which you can do on console too, it's not a big deal. I'll be honest, I don't buy a lot of brand new games either. So
Yeah.
I don't think I bought Hogwarts for 70. I think I bought it for 60
Oh, okay,
when it came out.
interesting. Did you find a deal?
No, I don't think the base price was $70.
Okay.
I think it was.
It's pretty recent. I
Hmm.
feel like
I
really
think it was
recent.
$59.99.
Okay, yeah, it's an interesting trend. I
Yeah.
think we'll have to come to terms with it though.
Hey,
Hey,
what do you want to talk about?
I always just want to talk about Nintendo.
I
So
mean-
man, maybe you
We gotta
should give
be
me a
nice
little
to
more
Zach.
direction.
We gotta
than
be
that.
nice to Zach.
Yeah, right.
Hey, speaking of GameStop.
What about GameStop?
Yeah,
Tell me.
We're going back. Did you hear about the whole Resident Evil 4 remake fiasco?
Mm-mm.
So
You're
ba-
harping on them again. Poor GameStop.
Yes.
I feel bad.
Sorry. Do you want? I mean, I'll do something.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's just real short. Basically,
Okay.
all it is they were just getting their pre-orders canceled. Don't you
Okay.
hate that
I'm not surprised.
when you pre-order
It's
something
GameStop.
like? But, who's our pre-order?
Yeah,
No.
I know.
Isn't that more of like a recent issue, kind of like due to COVID, supply chain type stuff? Is it because of that, or
I don't know. That's the
But this is
problem.
a game. It's not like a piece of hardware. There
Well, it was the
shouldn't-
collector's edition.
Oh, okay.
So, like, what did it come with? It came with a statue of Dreamboat Leon, a box.
What are you talking? Dreamboat, Leon?
A book.
Oh man,
A book.
I don't remember that
some
from Resident Evil.
cards. Cool.
That's pretty funny.
But it was like $250, and they were just canceled.
Okay. That's
It
too
was
bad.
a statue of Leon holding a shotgun. Oh, that's all it says. Okay, my
Yeah.
bad.
This isn't like the Chainsaw GameCube controller, is it? Remember
No,
that thing? People would
dude,
be mad if
those
that
things
thing
are
got canceled.
expensive.
I
now.
bet. You got quite a collection of old game memorabilia going. Do you have
Thanks.
one of those yet?
No,
Yeah.
I did see one somewhere, and I could have gotten it, but
Okay.
it's just so stupid. I can't bring myself to do it. If
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it, I want the stupid see-through case with it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Man,
I remember
you're a
being
purist.
when that game came out
Mhm.
and like that collector edition like being available.
Yeah.
And I always
I remember seeing it at Target.
we all
For
harped
sure.
on it.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
we all
stupid.
did. But
Such
I
a
mean,
dumb looking peripheral.
God, I wish I bought it. I couldn't
Obviously.
have. I didn't have
The
money.
rule is the dumber something looks, the more copies you should buy because it's going to be worth something someday.
Or if it
That's
has
the
the name
takeaway.
Atlas
that's a great
on it.
rule?
That's true. I'm telling you, yeah.
If it has
Quirky,
the
weird,
name
people love it.
Atlas on it or Pokemon on it.
Yeah?
Yeah, those are the two.
Okay.
Keep an eye out. I know they're super unknown brands.
Never heard of them.
Well, you know.
you
Have
can't go
heard-
wrong with Pokemon.
Have you ever
that's
heard of
true.
Atlas?
Persona?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Besides
course.
Persona.
Yeah. Yeah, I've played lots of Atlas games over
Oh,
the
okay,
years.
Cool. I
Yep.
just want to make sure.
For sure.
They're expensive.
But physical games? Ugh, no thanks.
Well, there's
I
some
don't do it.
behind you, so don't look.
Okay, I won't.
Yeah.
I can appreciate a fine collection, but I
Thanks, man.
don't buy them
Wow.
physical anymore.
What about those shoes? You like those shoes?
Let me see. Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Yeah, those are pretty
Those are your
sick.
style.
I like the color on them.
Thanks.
They really pop.
My rainbow shoe collection.
They
This
really
is the
pop.
shoe
So-
cast.
Sorry. I don't know why I just
Why
said
not?
that. I don't know.
You like
I don't
showing
know.
off your collection. It's awesome.
I
Because you
do.
got some
I'm-
really cool stuff.
I'm obsessed.
Hey, do you guys like pops? This guy's got some pops.
Oh,
So
dude,
many.
yo, I love My Hero Academia.
I can tell.
It's so good. Look, that one's signed there. That, you guys can't see this, but those ones are signed, and you just have to take my word for it. That
I
one's
will.
signed. You're welcome.
They're all addressed to Scott, too. That's so cool.
Yeah, because I don't plan on selling them,
Yeah,
so they're mine.
I love it.
I want
Classic.
people to know that no one's getting them.
Pretty rad. You got
What-
any? Are you going to any events anytime soon, where you might meet some more people and get some more signatures?
Yes.
What do you have coming up?
I own a SakuraCon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's in Seattle.
Yep.
Yep.
It is in Seattle.
And like, what is it?
It's an anime convention.
Anime mostly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not. I mean, video games are obviously like a part. I feel like when you talk about anime, you talk about video games. They
Yeah.
pretty much go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's mostly just anime. It's a
Okay.
lot of fun. I just enjoy it.
Have you? Are they releasing panel schedules or anything yet?
Oh,
who's gonna
all
be
that
there?
stuff's out. Yeah.
Who are you gonna see?
The
I love it.
So sorry.
Got all excited.
The voice actor for Joker is gonna be there,
Oh, okay.
as well as Futaba. You don't know who that is, but you
No.
know who Joker is.
I do know who Joker is. Yeah, he's in Smash Bros.
He is. Wow, man, bros.
Yeah.
And then, that's it. I'm going to PAX at the end of the year.
Okay.
Or at the end of August.
Yeah, okay.
I actually pulled out my old PAX badges that I had.
Oh,
I
yeah?
was like, oh,
I-
good times.
You never
Great
know
times.
what these conventions are going to look like on any given year
But that's fine.
nowadays.
Like, okay, so last
we feel like PAX kind of slowed down, right?
2020
in the last
happened,
couple
right?
Years.
PAX canceled.
Mm-hmm.
2021 happened.
Yeah.
The biggest booth there was Bandai Namco.
Which is very strange.
They had Tales of Arise is the new game.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was pretty much it. A bunch of indie developers. So
Yeah.
that was it. 2022, much, much bigger. Felt more PAX-ish than the previous year.
You still didn't have Sony, right?
didn't have Sony, didn't have Microsoft. Nintendo was there.
Nintendo was there.
Nintendo's at PAX East right now.
Oh, okay.
So chances of them being at West again are high.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping this year we'll feel the full force of PAX again.
That'd be cool.
You
It's
wouldn't
been a
know,
while.
but
It's-
you know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would take to get me back.
Do you want to come with me for one day?
They should. You know what they should do?
If I buy you,
They
a
would never
ticket-
do this.
If I buy you a ticket for
Okay.
Monday, which
Yeah.
you're off anyways,
Yeah.
would you go?
Sure.
Okay, I'm not going to pay for it, but
if
it was a cool
you
spot.
secure me a ticket.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
They should just tell us how many tickets they're selling. That's
Why?
make or break for a lot of people.
The thing is
If they're still doing 50, 60, 70,000 attendees, it's not going to be fun. And that would be enough reason for me to not want to go. It's just so crowded, and you don't get to do any of the things you want to do without waiting in massive lines.
I can tell you that
If they cut it back down to 40, 50, 30, 40,
the
something
pa-
like that,
the
it'd
past
be much
2
more
years
reasonable.
haven't sold out.
Okay.
So that's one thing to keep in mind. So
Got
the past
it.
2 years haven't sold out.
Mhm.
It's definitely been a lot lighter people-wise the past couple years. Granted, I don't know what this year's going to bring. It could bring a mass amount of people. Who knows?
You never know. Yeah.
But that's something to keep in mind is I feel like the convention, like, because, you know, what really hyped people up about PAX was that E3 was right before PAX.
Mhm.
So all the things that they released, you know, trailers and all that stuff at E3, they'd bring to PAX.
Yeah.
So E3 is not a thing anymore. E3's dead.
we don't know that.
E3
It wasn't a thing last year.
E3's dead.
Okay. Bold prediction. We'll see what
so-
happens.
I mean,
in a month or
Quite
two.
the claim.
I mean, I guess
Have you heard
E3's
anything about it?
typically early June, and it's already
It's
end of
already March.
so-
Haven't heard nothing about it.
Yeah, we'll see.
So, you know.
Although my finger's not quite on the pulse of video game news right now, like it has been in the past.
Yeah.
I play the games I've been playing, but I haven't been combing
Keeping
the
up,
news
yeah.
for all the latest information.
Wow.
So
What
I
kind
don't
of
know.
what kind of pharmacist
What
do
kind
you
of
find yourself?
podcast is this?
Yeah, what kind of
I'll get back to
pharmacist do
that
you
point.
find?
Don't worry. And I know you guys will too.
I don't know. I just
Group
feel,
research project.
I just feel like because E3 specifically was a private event for people who worked in the industry only, it made PAX a lot more desirable for people,
I could see that.
the public, to go. And I can tell you that since E3 kind of has died down,
Mhm.
PAX has also died down a lot.
Yep.
I haven't felt like I need to be on the trigger to get a ticket in quite a few years.
Okay.
You know what industry event is going on right now, or was going on?
What?
The Game Developer Conference,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard about that.
which Epic and Unreal, they announced a bunch of cool stuff. I
Okay.
don't know if you guys heard about it or been paying attention to it at all.
No, what they released or
So-
what they announced.
They kind of announced their preview for Unreal Engine 5.2.
Oh, yeah.
I'm obviously not a game developer,
Yeah.
but the stuff that they showed is pretty cool. And AI's been in the news a lot, so they announced that basically AI, like basically map generation
Okay.
based off like artists, like renderings, and then AI created script for
Okay.
characters, which
Yeah.
is absolutely phenomenal.
Are there Unreal Engine 5 games out yet, or
I
is
think
it
there's
early
a
development?
couple that are in like development.
Okay.
And then a couple, maybe 2 that are out.
Got
I
it.
I don't know what they are, but it's nothing that really caught my eye
Okay.
personally. But the stuff they showed, so if you guys are interested in looking at that stuff, the videos are actually pretty entertaining.
Oh, I'm sure it looks
Oh,
phenomenal.
they talked about Fortnite at that
And,
thing.
and they did as well.
Yes,
yeah.
I remember seeing a video. Like Tim the Tapman posted a video or something about like the new Unreal Engine in Fortnite, and it looks nuts. Like it does not look like the game.
Yeah, so they announced the UEFN, which is like Unreal Engine for Fortnite, or it's like the Fortnite editor or Creative 2.0, as people are calling it. But it's basically you can take all their assets that they've like built and developed and use it to create stuff, but you also use it to create stuff and export out of Fortnite to use in other projects.
Mhm.
And then
Fortnite.
alongside that, they also announced that there's like a 40% profit going back to these creators of these different experiences in game,
Okay.
which is pretty crazy.
Yeah,
But
that's
a lot of cool announcements.
Okay.
Huh.
Gotcha.
Nice.
It's always exciting when a new Unreal Engine drops because it's like the standard of
Video game-ish.
like
ism.
high-end AAA game development. It kind of always has been the flagship there. So.
Yeah, but what? I mean, I don't know. I've been thinking about this a lot. What new age like game has been super exciting, right? Like what has really blown people's socks off? Remember when like Halo would come out with a new game and everyone like oohed and awed, like it blew everyone away? I don't know. I just
You
don't.
just sound like a jaded old man.
I know.
You do, you
Gotta
do.
tell you.
Yeah.
Nothing gets me excited anymore.
It's all that insurance talk I had this morning.
Oh
with
yeah,
my
that'll
agents.
drain you
I
for
know.
sure.
What can I say?
Gotta do
Hey, have
some
you seen my
cool
Funkos?
Never heard of them.
I'll tell you what really excites me here.
Yeah, bring us back.
I don't know. I just
No, I get what you're saying. I think that Hogwarts Legacy was that for a lot of people, though.
yeah.
Kind of like a big new epic showpiece in a franchise that people already love, and it hit for a lot of people just based on conversations I've had around work and stuff like that. So, but what's it gonna take for you? What would that game be for you? I wonder.
I don't know. I honestly that
'Cause,
maybe
like I play a lot of indie games and stuff, so I kind of get what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
the games that really draw me in, the games that really excite me, are like stuff like Spelunky. You know, when a new game like that drops.
yeah.
They just released Castlevania DLC for Dead Cells, which is
Yes.
a phenomenal roguelike, and
Saw
I'd love
it.
to jump into that. But
Yep.
those are the kind of releases that I get excited about anymore.
Have you played Hi-Fi Rush?
No.
It is excellent.
Is that
Yeah.
that rollerblading?
It's no. I know you're thinking of Jet Set Radio.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No, Hi-Fi Rush is like it's like a beat 'em up adventure game, but like everything goes to a beat. So it's
Oh,
all
that's
like
cool.
it's all beat based. So like all your combos and stuff, which is not a new concept. at
No,
all.
Crypto
No.
the Necrodancer.
Yeah, exactly,
Similar, yeah.
exactly. But it's instead of being Crypto the Necrodancer where it's like squares you jump on.
Yep.
These are like you're fully have 3D movement and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But all your combos are based off of like skills you use. It's a lot of fun. Everything in the environment, I think this is the coolest part. Everything in the environment goes to the beat as well.
Mhm.
So like there will be like if lights, say like there's a siren, and it turns,
Yeah.
it'll turn to the beat.
I like it.
So like every single thing around you is like either hopping to the beat or like turning to the beat or something like that.
Mhm.
It's a lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed it. I need to get back into it.
Isn't it funny?
It sounds pretty
Yeah.
cool.
It is.
Gushing about indie games, and
I
then
know.
like these massive AAA releases come out. We're like,
But there's nothing good. That's my point. There's
Huh.
nothing good.
there's nothing in
So-
this guy's mind.
What AAA? Okay, I'm gonna take away one because we all know about it. It's the only one I'm excited for, which is Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah,
Name another AAA game that is coming out soon that you are excited for.
on the spot. Soon.
Exactly.
There's a new BioShock in development, but we don't
It's
know.
not
when
even a
that's-
BioShock game.
No, not that. There's
Yeah.
an actual BioShock. Oh yeah, there's
Judas.
Yeah, that's made
That
by
does look cool.
Ken Levine, the guy
Yeah.
that made BioShock. Not working with the same team or studio, but
So an indie game.
it looks basically
yeah,
that's kind of
You
want
want to know what else is an indie game that's hyped about?
Tell me.
Hades 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like
It's
I
true.
could go on and on.
I know.
Triple games just don't excite me anymore.
There
I mean, I
there'll
don't
be an
think-
exception.
I don't think there's anything that's really like they're not as like grounded as, and we don't rely on these AAA studios to make the games that we're used to playing. Now we
Mhm.
have all these small studios that do it for us, that
Yeah.
make the games that we want to play.
You remember
No.
Starfield?
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I mean, it's not out yet.
Exactly.
It's come. They just pushed it back, right? So it's early next year or something.
Give
like
me a
that.
trailer then. Excite me.
I know.
There was even that pirate game by was it by Ubisoft? Or
Was it?
Skull and Bones.
Skull and Bones?
Yeah,
Never heard of it.
Never came out.
Super
Okay, I
excited
got a
for
couple.
it.
I got a couple to run by
Oh,
you
hit
guys.
me.
Final Fantasy 16
Okay.
is out later this year. Any interest from anybody?
I guess I'm kind of excited.
I hope it kind of gets back to the fantasy roots and gets a little away from like the
Would you say the
political
final
stuff and the tech.
fantasy?
I'm
roots?
hoping. I'd love it. Yeah. Bring back some black mages, you know?
Yeah, like
Classic
VV.
magic. Yeah.
Give me some VV.
So that's a maybe for you.
Sure.
I'll probably play it.
I'll accept that as an answer.
And I've heard good generally good buzz from previews and stuff like that. Are either of you going to check out Diablo 4 this weekend? By any chance?
that does come out this week.
So, well, it's not out. There's an open beta this weekend.
Oh.
So
I
the
thought
game's
about
not out
playing
for a
it,
couple
but
months.
I never actually played. I think Diablo. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I've been interested in it, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it.
It's a
It
free
looks
open
good, though.
beta. You can download it and try it this weekend.
I've never really been interested in Diablo.
Diablo's pretty fun.
I know.
It's like
It was never a game I could get into though,
I don't
which is
know.
weird because it is 100% a game I would be interested in, and I'm just not.
it's just a loot level grind kind of thing.
Do you want to know the last game I remember being extremely hyped for that
Tell me.
delivered? Elden Ring.
Yeah,
That was the last time.
I'm surprised to hear you say that. You really
Really?
liked it, huh?
I loved it. It was
Wasn't
great.
your first experience with a Souls-like game pretty recent, like Dark Souls 3 or something like
It was
that?
yeah. It was Dark Souls 3.
And did you then go play some of the older ones?
Yeah, I
after
played
the back?
1, didn't play 2, still
Okay.
haven't played Bloodborne.
2's great.
I know.
Bloodborne's whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how you feel?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That's like
you're-
the opposite of how people feel.
You're not gonna like this either.
What?
Elden Ring's whatever.
Wow.
Part of it's just that open world fatigue I was talking about.
Oh,
There's just
okay.
too many of them.
I love it.
But also, it's like I've seen it all. Like everything that From Software does great,
Yeah.
I've seen done better in previous From Software games.
But they took everything that they've done great and put it into one great game.
I know.
Yeah.
I could have done without the open world though. And after you've gone through so many like gothic castles filled with horrific enemies and crazy bosses,
Mhm.
it starts to lose its
interest.
shock and awe a little bit.
I
You
don't
know?
know. I feel like there was enough to tide me over that had nothing to do with Gothic.
Yeah.
Palace. Did you beat it?
No, I didn't beat it. I'm wondering how far I made it in
Did you get to
terms
the
of the
desert?
grand scope of the game. The last boss I fought was the guy on the horse in the desert. The
Yeah,
hu-
that
huge guy on the tiny
Yes.
horse.
Yeah.
So I finished that.
That
and then that's
was
about when I stopped playing.
Awesome.
It's all right.
That was awesome.
It's all right.
That
It's a
was
pretty
so cool.
moment.
That's like the moment like I think of like, wow, this is the moment where I'm like, this is awesome.
I did hear
game.
that was one of the tougher bosses. Is
It
that
was.
right?
I mean, I destroyed him, but whatever.
Well, you can have a meteor crash into him and like take out half his health. in
Well,
one
he is
shot,
a
so
meteor
there's
that crashes into you.
Oh,
so
there's that. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll finish that at some point, but I just
Try
it
and
didn't
fight
hold my
Melania.
attention the way like Dark Souls 1 did.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fair.
because they try new things, which is great. You don't want a studio to just remake the same game over and over again, but the new things they tried aren't nearly as interesting as the stuff they did originally back when these games first started coming out. So I don't know what it's going to take for From Software to really wow me again. They're working on Armored Core now, which is a complete departure, and it's a game they've made before,
Yeah, I've seen it.
but it's a mech game.
I've never played it,
Totally
so I
different
can't
style.
really call too much attention to it. But
Yeah. But you're right,
love
like
it.
some of my favorite studios, favorite franchises have not excited me in a long time.
Mm.
God of War is in that category.
Really,
Yeah.
I actually just beat God of War.
The newer one,
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
Uh huh.
Okay.
No, the other one.
Oh,
The
okay,
first-
got it.
The first one of the remastered.
Yeah,
collection.
I think you
got-
call
I
it
don't
God
know.
of War 2018 or something
Sure,
like
yeah,
that.
why not?
Yeah.
I beat it.
So
and
it's fine.
It kind of harkens back to the
I
whole.
sound like an angry old man too.
I know. Dude,
Dang, we're
we're
jaded.
Dude, we're codgers, bro.
No
Let's
good.
talk about taxes later.
Okay, can't wait.
I mean, like when it comes to AAA, I think the biggest disappointment. I mean, I think you can call it that is Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
And we used to
Oh.
talk a lot about Overwatch, and I think a lot of people have a lot of love for Overwatch, but that game has been so disappointing. They stripped it of everything
Yeah.
that players.
Didn't
have
you mention
loved.
you are playing it though?
I have, yeah. I played it. I
Reluctantly?
can't seem to delete it or to get away from it. I can't bring myself to it because I still
Okay.
love the game and the characters and the gameplay. But they've taken everything and all the rewards that you can earn from the game and all the accomplishment that you get out of playing it. They've taken it away and just stripped it to basically just make money.
Really?
And
They're just trying to sell you cosmetics or what?
exactly. Yeah, you can't really earn anything anymore. Like,
Oh,
you
okay.
You can play events and earn skins and be like, I earned this skin during this time.
Mhm.
Oh, this is great. This is fantastic. Some people like, oh, I know where they got that skin. 'Cause
Yeah.
they were playing then. No, it doesn't work like
There's
that
none of that anymore. No
There's none
convention skins or anything like that.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, that's
No.
too bad.
Not that I'm aware of either. They haven't
Yeah.
done convention skins in a while.
Like the best mobile games back in the day, Walk the Line. They feed you a steady amount of good stuff without making you pay. And then if you really love the game, you'll shell out some money for it. That's a lost art.
Here's my biggest disappointment with Overwatch 2. And this was like their main draw to me, was the single player aspect, the story. I love Overwatch for the story, the characters. And and the game is out, and no word about single player at all.
Nothing.
Nothing.
There
Nothing
was a lot of
whatsoever.
talk about that going into its release,
Yeah,
wasn't there?
that was like the thing they drove home.
Yeah.
Was that there was going to be a single player campaign. Awesome, give it to me.
Does
now,
that just mean you're
please.
playing against bots in an arena or something now, in a
Fine.
game like that?
That's fine. Give
Yeah.
me a good story.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
half the reason I like League of Legends videos, because that game doesn't have a single player, but it has
Okay.
great lore wrapped around it because they release really good videos for it.
And they're making a bunch of other games that are in different genres
In-
in the League of Legends universe. There's
Yeah.
another one that's about to come out. I can't think of the name of it. But
Mage Seeker?
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Isn't that like an RPG almost?
No,
or
it's
something
like a
that?
roguelike.
Oh, okay, got
Yeah,
it. Got
so-
it.
And that's the thing is Riot's doing these things where they made an RPG called Legends of Runeterra, or not Legends of Runeterra. Shoot, I can't remember the name of it now.
There was the Netflix show.
There was the Netflix show. They're
Mhm.
making a roguelite. They're making a fighting game right now. Like all these things, and even though it's all the same like universe and stuff,
Mhm.
they have story behind it.
Yeah.
The videos they release have story behind them.
Yep.
So
I'd like to think Blizzard has separate big teams working on all their big projects.
but why?
So like, well, I mean, like
your teams are
Diablo
great.
4 is about to launch, and that's a big franchise for them. But why would that take away from development on Overwatch 2?
Yeah. Want
I
to know
don't
some of
get
my
it.
favorite things about Overwatch?
Tell me.
Watching the videos on YouTube about Overwatch.
Yeah,
Not actually Overwatch itself.
it's funny.
I know. I think there's a lot. I mean, all it is now basically is complaining about the core issues of the game.
Yeah.
Even though we all play it, but I think that even if they were to create single instances, like just stories, like during the holidays when we have the Winterfest or whatever it is that
Yeah.
they call it, even doing those is fun.
Yeah.
And when they create new ones or new versions of those that add insight to the characters that they put in the game that we love,
Mhm.
then it means like the most I think to the player base, but they don't even put effort into that anymore. And
Yeah.
even when they're designing like the skins or additional cosmetics for players, they don't put effort into that, and then they charge you a buttload of money.
Yeah, and it's all battle pass now too. That's all it is.
Yep.
Just one.
Do you think
big
it's as
battle
cynical
pass.
as this game is not making as much money as we wanted it to? So we're gonna just ignore it essentially.
Yes.
That's so wrong. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Because
I know,
it's
isn't
such a vibrant community, and with Overwatch 1, people just adored that
it?
game.
The game crashed and burned before it even released, and then it released, and then it kept on crashing, and Blizzard was like, "Diablo 4, guys,
Yeah.
hey."
It's too bad. It makes me not even want to play Diablo 4 when you put it that way.
Sorry.
So what is the Overwatch 1 community like now?
There
are people
is
still
no
playing it?
Overwatch 1.
Really?
They shut Overwatch 1 down.
No way.
Yeah, you
it
didn't know
doesn't.
that?
It doesn't
It's
exist.
gone.
So there's no great way to play Overwatch right now. I
No.
mean, the core game is
They-
there, but it's not as fun as
Yeah,
it
they
used to be,
basically transferred everything from Overwatch 1 to Overwatch 2, and then
Yeah.
shut down Overwatch
What
1.
a crazy misstep.
Yep.
Because that was the biggest game in the world for a little while.
Yeah.
It felt like.
Absolutely. I remember just when it first started, I was still playing on console. And I was just sucked into it,
Mm-hmm.
and it was everybody was playing it. It was great. It was because it had everything going for it, and they threw it down the drain.
Yeah.
We played
That's
together.
unfortunate.
We did.
Yeah,
We
back in
did.
the day. Hey,
Yep.
guys, guess
Hey,
what?
What's up?
It's time
It's for what?
to be done.
No way.
Yeah.
It's not an hour.
It has been.
Oh, wow.
3 minutes.
I think we can. It's been how long?
An hour.
An hour?
Okay.
We can push it a little bit over. We're not going to keep going, but
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to talk
No
about?
abrupt halt here.
Hey, Zach.
Do rolling
Yes.
disc
You have a
count.
question of the day?
or
month?
Yeah, what was our trivia last week?
You let
I-
me bu-
We asked.
I knew it was there was something at the end that I was forgetting.
Yeah.
I remember I used to do this.
Hang on, I'm gonna look at our old, our old,
Docs.
yeah, our old docs here.
Holy
Let's see if I can.
Well,
moly.
that little
I have one
reunion-
for you.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
I have one for you. Actually, I don't. I'm sorry.
The suspense was killing me.
Awesome, perfect. You want to know what's
That was
funny
good.
about talking about Overwatch 2 is literally our last doc one of the key things we're gonna talk about is Overwatch 2 being cut from 5 players and pros are scared.
That was the beginning of the end
Nah.
right there. Saw the writing on the wall.
Overwatch in turn took us down as well with them.
Wow, you monsters.
Scumbags. Absolute scumbags.
We didn't
Well,
know
hey,
what caused the end of the show. Now we know.
Here, let me think. I'm gonna activate my brainwave. I'm gonna drop my phone again.
Mhm.
Activate my brainwave real fast, and okay. Here's my question of the day.
Okay.
What is your favorite game that you have played over the past 3 years?
Oh wow, since we've been together.
One
doing this
game.
last. Okay.
One. By the way,
Can it be something I was already playing before that time, but have continued to
Nope.
play? Okay.
it
I
can't
didn't,
be Spelunky 2.
I didn't think so.
And I'll think of something too, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, that's
We
fun.
haven't fully decided how we're going to record, because everyone lives really
forward.
far away. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I want to at least get together maybe once or twice.
If we
a
tried to
month.
force ourselves to do it weekly, we would
It
feel the
wouldn't happen.
fatigue real
No,
quick,
it
and
wouldn't
it would be a
I have,
problem.
I have an actual. You guys can't look at the doc, by the way, so I'm pulling this from the doc. I have an actual question of the
Ooh.
of the week.
Yeah, hit me with it.
Cool.
What year did the Source 2 engine come out?
Ooh, that's a good question. Source 2. Source. I'm gonna say.
How's this work? We answer now, and then you tell us next week how we did.
He tells us
Not
next
next
month.
week,
Next
yeah.
month.
next time we record.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna guess 2006. I know Source 2 is pretty old,
I'm gonna guess.
and I think
That's the engine that Half-Life 2 is built on, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So Counter.
You're real close.
I think I am.
Just a year.
Yes. What year
Okay.
did Source?
2004.
That's not a bad guess.
I'm gonna say 2004.
Source 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Source 2.
All right.
Because I know Half-Life 1 was built on
Make
Source.
sure
2.
you
That was
remember
la-
your answers.
That was
'cause I'm
late
not going to.
90s. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I
we
love
can
when
do that.
you ask the question and we have to remember.
Yep. That's easy
Oh,
enough. We
man.
got this.
Okay. Well, hey, Brittin,
Yeah.
Zach,
Scott.
buy some mic stands.
That'd
Your
be a
bums.
real good idea. My arm's getting tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good workout.
And
I
guys,
know.
if
It's a good
anybody
workout.
listened to this, bear with us.
If any-
we gotta get our feet back under
And
us.
listen.
It'll take some time and effort.
If that buzz is still going on, it's intentional.
Yeah, right. We did that on
Oh,
purpose.
God.
Hey, I just want to give a quick shout out to the No Time for Time Travel podcast, who is one of the original podcasts who kind of hit us up and started following us, and we started communicating with. Got back on Twitter, and they messaged us and would say, "Hey, I hope you guys are doing well."
Oh, cool.
and
Wait, really?
They did.
Wait.
yes.
Awesome.
They
Recently?
shot us a message a long time ago. I
Oh,
messaged
okay.
them back, and they're doing great. I just want to give them a shout out.
Oh.
And say thank you for supporting us and always being there for us.
We'll have
That's
to message
heartwarming.
those guys.
Definitely.
What if we got them on our podcast?
One thing at a time.
What
Yes,
if we
yes.
got on their podcast
Look, let's get these technical
and then became
difficulties
really
over.
popular and then took over the world?
Pinky in the brain style. I'm down for
Together.
that. What do you want to do tonight, Scotty?
Anyways, this has been a great episode. How do I end this show? I don't remember.
Freestyle, man. You're good at that. That's your bread and butter.
Well, hey guys, thanks for listening to the podcast.
You said
You gotta be
From-
more. You gotta be more upbeat
From
about
me,
that.
Scott.
We're very
From
excited.
Zach.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so now you guys have been filled in with pharmacy pharmaceuticals.
That's not how it works.
Oh,
I'll tell
okay.
you.
That's not us.
Anyways, hey guys,
Hey,
thanks for being here.
it's been fun.
Thank
Real
you.
fun.
Yeah,
it's been far
absolutely.
too long, you
I
guys.
appreciate you hanging out in my house and farting and making my room smell like
I didn't
butt.
fart. Not yet.
Maybe that's just me. Anyway,
Yeah.
from Brittin,
See you guys.
from Zach,
Bye bye.
and we'll see you guys next time.
That's
Bye-bye.
it. Yep.
The pharmacy is now closed.